All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hunter Golden. I'm also known as the Big Red Word Nerd, and owner of Right Stuff Copywriting. And today, in our first video blog here, we're going to be talking a little bit about what makes good marketing collateral. And it's a subject that might seem a little basic at first, but is something that people can never go back to and review enough, in my opinion. And that's understanding the essential elements of what makes good marketing collateral. And the first thing I want to do is just take two steps back, though, and just emphasize one thing. And before you do any sort of marketing collateral, I think it's really important that you take time to really get to know your customers well. And I know that seems kind of silly. Because after all, why would you be in business and who would know your business better than you? Well, guess what? You'd be surprised at how few business owners really take the time to go and get to know their customer base or their clients and know what their concerns are. If you don't, you're not going to be very successful. You need to go out there and you need to spend the time to do that. Sometimes a lot of business owners, their big thing is that they get this great product or they have this great service and well, anybody would take it. And it's very difficult for them to try and put themselves into somebody else's shoes. And really, everything about marketing collateral is about your customer or about your client. It's about them. It's about putting yourself in their shoes. And if you don't do that, your marketing collateral is not going to be very successful. So before you start and before we get into any elements or anything like that, make sure you take the time out of your day to really think carefully, long and hard about what your customers are all about. The first thing that I want to get into here, and it's sort of the first essential element of marketing collateral, is identifying pain. And by identifying pain, I mean going out and finding out what your customers want. And I know that kind of goes hand in hand about what we were just talking about. Well, it's very important. When you talk, a lot of business owners, when they go out, they really kind of confuse the purpose of their marketing collateral materials as being something that is supposed to be informational about them and the services they offer. And that's missing the point. When your customer, the frame of mind, the tone that you want to have when you're creating marketing collateral is that when your customer is reading your materials, you want your customer to be reading about themselves, not necessarily about you. You want to find out what pain they have. And by understanding that, you're able to ask them the kind of introductory questions that you should. Are you a marketing consultant with not enough with too many projects on the table and not enough time to get to all of them? Are you somebody who's an overworked public relations staff? Do you not have the money for this, or has such and such been getting you down? Talking about those problems and bringing them out into the open and putting them on the table, it kind of opens up this whole phase for the customer or potential client or your target or whatever you want to call them. It kind of opens up this whole process of almost self-discovery where they're going, yeah, that's me. That's the problem that I have. That's the problem that we have. And that hooks them in and that gets them interested because, again, it's not about you, it's about them. And people love to hear about them. And one of the first things that one of the first things that they're reading about is a problem that they have, they're more likely to hang around for the rest of that marketing collateral piece to figure out what else you've got to say and how you might be able to help them out. And so that's something that's really important, is going out there and right off the bat, before you do anything, is go out and identify what that pain is and talk about it. Don't sit there and shy away from it because it can be one of your greatest allies, especially in marketing collateral. Put yourself in the frame of mind of your customer or client. Put yourself in their shoes. The second thing that you're going to want to do is, after you've identified what their problem is or the suggested problem or whatever it so happens to be, you want to offer a solution to that problem and how you can help solve that for them. And by a solution, I mean talking about the benefits of your product or service. More often than not, and believe me, I've got a whole stack of marketing brochures I take to go take with me when I go meet with clients or prospective clients that I have to show them what bad marketing collateral looks like. And they all kind of share certain things in common. But the one thing that I think that probably sticks out more than any of the issues that they have is that they're too feature heavy. All they go out and do really is talk about, we've got widgets that shoot lasers, and this will make you rich in 5 minutes, and we have this, which is awesome, and we have a 56-inch screen. And well, what about that 50-inch screen, makes your product better or as a greater use to your customer? Don't just stop at the features. It's only without any benefits, it's just a feature. With benefits, it becomes a selling point. And I think one of the really important things that a lot of business owners tend to overlook is the fact that you need to talk about benefits. Again, know what your customers' problems are, be able to talk about them openly, have them identify with you, but then offer up solutions as to how you're going to be able to fix that problem. If you answer those two questions, you're going to be a heck of a lot closer to making the sale. And that kind of opens us up into the third stanza, so to speak, of the third element of any good marketing collateral piece. And I know this is going to sound really obvious, but you would be absolutely flabbergasted at the amount of times that I've seen it be overlooked in marketing collateral, and that's telling the customer what to do next. It's not just enough to go out and say, okay, well, here's your problem. Do you have this problem? Okay, you have it. This is how we're going to fix it. That's not enough. You need to tell them what to do next, because they're going to be sitting there and they're going to be, okay, do I pick the phone up? Do I fill out the credit card sheet at the end and send in a check in the mail? What do I do now? What do I do now? You got to answer that question for them. And a lot of people don't do that. I don't really know why. But they don't do that. And I know it sounds like something that'd be really obvious. But if you want them to pick up the phone, tell them to pick the phone up. If you want them to fill out their information and send it in, tell them to do that. If you need their email address, ask for it. Do something. Remember that above all else, marketing collateral is essentially a piece of marketing material that you use with the hopes of getting a desired reaction out of whatever target audience that you so happen to be sending it to. You want them, it's a call to action. You want them to go and actually do something with it. It's pick up a phone, take money out of their wallet, walk through a wall, whatever it so happens to be. That's the overriding point. Don't forget that at the end. If you don't tell them what to do, you kind of just defeated the whole entire purpose of what it is you're trying to do in the first place, which means that what you're doing is now a gargantuan waste of money, and all that hard work is kind of all for naught. So I would strongly suggest doing the obvious and telling them what to do next. So if you follow those three steps and you include those three crucial key elements: identifying the problem, offering a solution to the problem, and talking about benefits, and telling them what to do next, you're going to have a huge leg up in your next marketing collateral campaign. For this and for more information, please visit www.rightstuffcopywriting.com. I'm Hunter Golden, and thank you for watching.